Good morning, guys. It is close to 7 in the morning, so I'm still trying to get woke up a little bit, so y'all bear with me. Plus, this is my first time doing one of these videos, a full day of eating, so y'all just bear with me. But I'm about to take you through a day of what I eat. So let's get meal one started. So for meal one, well, not a meal, but basically a shake, morning shake, I like to do a cup and a half of lactose-free milk. And this meal is very simple, but it's also very filling. So after I add the milk in there, I like to do a whole banana. And I used to not like bananas. Like I used to not eat them. But I started trying them and I really liked them. But it had been so many years since I tried them. So then after the banana, you get some oatmeal, 1 pack of oatmeal, strawberries and cream. Just pour that in there. Then after that, you only got one more thing. See, it's very simple. And that's peanut butter. I do 2 tablespoons of Jif cream peanut butter. And I also used to not like this either. I used to also not like peanut butter. But, I mean, there's a lot of things I didn't used to like that I try now that I really like. And that's it. So now after that, you just blend it up, and that's it. Very simple. And that's what meal one consists of. And I'll see y'all a little after 10. We're back for meal two, and it is around 10:30 right now. So as you can see, I got all my cooking stuff out. And yes, I do cook at 14 years old. So I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna be cooking today for meal two. So first, start out with 85% lean, 15% fat ground turkey. I do 2 packs of those. So let's go ahead and start cooking. Get this put in here. This thing's hard to open sometimes. Okay. Okay, so while the ground turkey's cooking, I'm gonna go over my settings. So it started out on 8, but since you see that it's getting a little brown, I turned it down to 6. And once it gets completely done, I turn it down to low, and that's when you see me mix my cheese in. So while that's cooking, and I'll come back to it and tell you about my seasoning and what I put in it. But while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about my noodles. So I like to fill it up. I like to fill the pot up about less than halfway. Then I like to start on high, and then I do less than half a box of penne noodles. So pour these in here. So for the penne noodles, it's very simple. I want to just tell you how I like to do it. I start on high, and then once like they get even and they get pretty, once they start to boil a lot, I turn it down to 6, and then you just let them cook till they're soft. But an important thing to mention about the noodles is that you got to stir them occasionally. But if you don't know how to cook noodles, they're very simple. Then I don't know what to tell you. But so for my season, I like to do paprika, do a little bit of that over it, and I like to do my season while it's cooking, so it can just soak in the season while all that heat is trapped in there. It can just soak in it. May not make a difference, but that's just what I like to do. And if you ain't got no season on your food, then I don't know, but the seasoning gives it the taste. So I like to do paprika, and then what I just used, Italian seasoning, and then last but not least, some salt. And then after you do that, just let it heat in there and let it soak in that seasoning. I'm gonna tell y'all something and show y'all something even the grown folks probably don't know about. You gotta have a little salt in your noodles. Sprinkle it over, gives it a little taste. I know some of y'all are probably making fun of the way I dispose of my grease, but it's the best and most efficient way to get rid of it. So I'm about to put this cheese on here, and as you can see, the setting's on low. So I'm about to let this cheese cook in here and tend to the noodles. Oh yeah, those are done. So guys, I already got the strainer in the sink. So I'm about to pour this water and drain the water out of here. And I'll see y'all in a minute. So since the noodles are done, I went ahead and sat them to the side and started mashing up this ground beef. So while this is cooking, after this gets done cooking, I'm gonna mix all this in with the noodles, and then after that, y'all are gonna see me cook the last thing that really gives this meal its flavor. So now, since this is done, I'm about to mix this in here with with the penne noodles. So this is the finishing touch to this meal, It's an Alfredo sauce packet. So I'm about to show y'all how I cook this, and then once that gets done, I'll mix that in with the ground beef, the ground turkey and penne noodles. So for my milk measurements, I use lactose-free milk again. I do a cup and 3/4. So fill it all the way up to the top. Pour that in there. Then do another 3/4. Then after I put the milk in there, I like to add a little bit of butter. So it's about half a spoon of butter. It's not a lot. Well, like a little small spoon. About that much. Then I put the setting on 8 and let it cook and stir it around. Okay, now that the butter's melted, we're gonna go ahead and add the Alfredo sauce packet. And then once I mix this up, and I'll let it come to a boil, and then you'll see me mix it in with the ground turkey and noodles. So I like my sauce good and thick, and pour it in here because I like mine thick so it can stick to the meat more. Maybe it doesn't stick to the meat, but that's just how I like it and how I prefer it. And this is the container I put all of it in. I get my 2 cups out of it, and this meal lasts me 4 days, which is pretty good. And that concludes meal 2.
Pushing yourself out of that point of comfort allows you to actually reach a state of seeing what you're capable of. What the fuck is the point of living one life if you don't reach what you're capable of?
This is what I drink before the gym for extra carbs and an extra energy source. As you've seen, I add a little bit of honey because it's supposed to have its health benefits to it. And I drink a little bit of it before the gym, during the gym, and after. This is my usual time that I go to the gym, but since this is not a workout video, I just wanted to give y'all a little clip of me in the gym. And as I believe that everyone feels the same, you gotta love a good arm day. Well, guys, we have made it to meal 3. It is close to 3 o'clock, and I usually eat it around this time. And this is one of my most simplest meals of the day. All it is 2 Tyson chicken sandwiches, and all you do is pop them in the microwave, and that's it. But you still gotta follow the instructions. I like to put a little bit of ketchup on these. And y'all, that concludes meal 3. Well, guys, as you can see, it is a little after 6. I'm about to get meal 4 cooked up. So let's go ahead and start cooking. You know, you gotta spray that pan down. Even though it's non-stick, you still gotta spray it down. Then what we're about to cook, ground beef chuck, 80%, 20% fat. So let's get this open. Put it in there. Start it on. Chop it up. It's hard to chop up sometimes, especially if it's a little frozen. You can't be weak about it. You gotta be strong, because sometimes it's hard to do. But once you get this mashed up good enough, put the lid on top of it. Let that cook for a little bit until you see that it start to like bubble, and then you know to flip it over. But this meal consists of ground beef. Then I also like to do 1 tortilla, carb balance. And then, as you'll see me put in here in the ground beef in a minute, I like to do plant-based cheese. It's a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. But the real beast of this meal is what I added to it, which makes it rough, like to eat, but it's a beast meal that I like to eat, which is 3 large eggs that you'll see me make here in a minute. Alright guys, so while that's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get started on these eggs. So for the eggs, like I told y'all, I use 3 eggs per meal. And the crazy part about eggs is, I used to not like eggs. Like, I used to be hardly against eggs, always. But my dad said, how long has it been since you tried them? And it's been a long time, but this time when I tried them, I really liked them. So I included it in my meal, and I really like it. So now we're gonna put these eggs on about 8, break the yolk up, and let it cook. Well guys, the beef is done, so I'm about to put this in this bowl right here, which the beef usually lasts me around 3 days. So it lasts me a pretty good amount. Well guys, as you can see, these eggs are getting done. And as you can see how scrambled they are right now, that's how I like my eggs. So now we're going to turn it off, and then we're going to sit this on the back eye because it's still a little hot, so we don't want them cooking any longer. So I'm going to scrape it in there. Then I'm going to sit this on the back eye. Then while that's cooling off, I'm going to come over here, and I like to get of this. I do about 1.5 cups every meal. So it's a whole cup of ground beef in here. Then do 1/2 cup. And then once those eggs get done cooling off, I'll mix that in here, and you'll see me add a tortilla in a minute. Well guys, you know how I told you to bear with me at the beginning, and I'm new to this, so just overlook what I said about the eggs cooling down, because that made no sense. But this is the meal we're about to eat. Put the eggs in here, and that's meal 4. Well, we have made it to the 5th and final meal. As you can see, it is close to 10. So for this meal, if you even want to call it a meal, it's not really a meal, but I like to do this because it gives me kind of like a little treat for bed. It's close to 300 calories. So for this, just a protein shake. So first I just estimate on this one. So it's about 1.5 cups, like the one I do for my breakfast. So after that, do 2 scoops of organic protein powder. 2 scoops of that. And then after you scoop that in there, put that up. Then just pour the rest of your milk, and that's all there is to it. Then you just blend it up. And guys, that consists of my full day of eating routine. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.